the numbers that are coming over, I think we need to look even further as to what's happening, as Senator Hagerty said, what's happening in the interior once they get here. It is catch and release. You come in, you register, and you're on your way. And then guess what? You wait 10 years. 10 years before your case is actually heard, if it gets heard even then, because of the backlog. There's 6 million people in the backlog right now, and you can imagine it's doubling every 3 years because of the inadequacy of the Biden administration to address this very difficult issue.
I won't dwell on the numbers, even though they stagger the imagination. As many as 7 million illegal border encounters since President Biden became president. But let's talk about the 108,000 dead Americans. Think about those Americans who died as a result of drug overdoses or fentanyl poisoning. Think about their families. And then think about the 300,000 children, the unaccompanied children placed with sponsors, many of whom are not even related to them, that the Biden administration has simply lost track of. The New York Times has written several investigative pieces, one yesterday, documenting forced child labor. We don't know whether these children are being trafficked for sex, whether they're going to school, whether they're getting an education, or whether they're just being abused and neglected. Now, when I think about these numbers, 7 million, 108,000, 300,000, I think, what is it going to take to get the Biden administration's attention?
President Biden and this administration, they truly are making America less safe. And ever since last Friday, we have seen 9,000 illegal immigrants cross the border every single day. My home county of Montgomery County in Iowa, the population there is right around 10,000 people. So if you think about it, that is the population of my county coming across the border illegally every single day. And instead of taking the time to analyze the situation and secure our southern border, what is President Biden doing? He has decided to go ahead and auction off the articles that were already purchased using taxpayer dollars to build a wall on our southern border. So many of us have taken that trip to the southern border. We've all loaded up in Blackhawks. We have flown over the border, and we have seen those materials laying there unused in the desert. We should be taking those materials and securing the southern border. Instead, President Biden has decided, let's make a couple bucks out of all this. And unfortunately, we're not securing the border. So what we have seen is that hundreds of folks that are on the terrorist watch list have come across our southern border, again, making us less safe. And to the fentanyl issue, I'll close on this as well. The Chinese government is working with the drug cartels in Mexico, and they are flooding our communities with fentanyl. And at one of my last 99 county tours in the great state of Iowa, a sheriff waited after the town hall, and he approached me and wanted to have a one-on-one conversation. And he pointed out to me in this rural community that fentanyl is coming into their towns. And it scared the holy bejesus out of him, folks.
You know, it's just graphic in terms of how this crisis has exploded under Joe Biden. And it's also obvious that under President Trump, without real help from Democrats in Congress here, it pretty well solved the problem. We pretty well eliminated the illegal immigration of unaccompanied children and family units exploiting our asylum laws, which means we dramatically decreased the human depredations of the illegal flow.